Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm back with another movie review, and this one is dedicated to my buddy John because he told me about this movie called The Big White. I never heard of it before. Saturday night, when because he showed me a trailer for it, and he was saying like there's a link to the movie on YouTube, and then it was really weird when you click on the link. It was like in 3D, and then you have to click on 2D to get a better thing, and then some of the ending is cut off. But I mean, then I went, I watched, I found it was on Amazon. I watched it on Amazon. It had like the ending is cut off, but it's only like a few minutes of the ending is cut off. You see what happens? It was just weird. But I saw the movie. I want to thank for sending. I never heard of the movie before. Now that we all know, sadly in 2014, Rob Williams took his own. Like that's why I was so shocked at. Well, I didn't know who Kate Spade was. I'm not a fashion person, but I knew Anthony Bourdain. Recently, they both, it was horrible. I couldn't believe it. Um, but they all rest in peace. And for Robin Williams, I did a video about Robin Williams' patent because that's back when YouTube let you talk and didn't raise a fuss about what you said. Even if it's something like that, we're paying respect to someone. Well, anyways, the last thing I ever saw Robin Williams, I haven't seen Robin Williams in anything in a long time, any movies. I think the last movie I ever saw Robin Williams in was either Insomnia or The Aristocrats. And he was only in a certain part of The Aristocrats. That's about that comedian telling that famous dirty joke of how comedians tell it. I guess he had a part in that. But either that or Insomnia. That's the last time I've seen Robin Williams in anything. And John was telling me about this movie. I watched it today off. Started on YouTube and I had to watch it on rest on Amazon Prime. And it's a dark comedy. And usually dark comedy is like, comedy surrounding like something, usually death or something like that, And Robin Williams runs airline and he's like broke and stuff like that. And it has the all-star cast. And his wife has like a weird form of Tourette syndrome. And he's trying to help her with that and saying he's broke, he doesn't have any money. And he goes to the insurance agency and said that his brother has been missing for 5 years, which is true in the story. And said he went to the insurance company and said, "Well, my brother's been. I want to see if I can claim the life insurance because I don't think he's coming back or anything like that." And then they had that Giovanni Ribisi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's like the bad guy. He's the insurance inspector. He's the guy that inspects claims and stuff. And he said like, and it's supposed to be set in Canada, but set in Alaska, and it was filmed in Canada. And he said, according to Alaskan law, someone has to be gone for 7 years for you to with no body and stuff like that to be for you to get the money. So what happened was, he has that airline stuff, and he has a dumpster outside his place, a big dumpster. I didn't think a bunch of people were just dumping crap in there, and all of a sudden, there was these two guys, I guess they're from the mob, and they eliminated this one guy, and they dumped him in there. And then Ron Williams found out later on, he got the guy out, put him in his freezer, locked up the freezer, and apparently he was going to pretend it was his brother, and stage a death so he could get the money. And I don't want to tell much more for that. I mean, it's really interesting idea. I mean, he ended up making it look like he was eating. He covered the guy with meat and stuff like that, and put like lard and stuff on his face, and made it look like he was eaten by animals. I mean, it's a very entertaining movie. It's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I want to thank John for it. Was an independent. That's how I never knew about it because there's lots of times people do a lot of independent films, actors that you might know that fly under the radar that you might not know about. I know Jack Black did Bernie. I heard about Bernie. I forgot about Bernie. And then someone was telling me about that. I watched it. It was on Netflix, believe it or not. And like I said, this one's on Amazon. It was made back in 2005. And yeah, it's really good. I give it an 8 out of 10. I want to dedicate this video to my buddy John for letting me know about it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, a lot of people do like the independent films. I didn't know Ron Williams did a whole bunch of them, but I guess he did. Because I remember, as far as the last movie, I remember I started watching The Angriest Man in the World, and I was like, this is going to be depressing. So I watched maybe about 20 minutes of it, I gave up on it. But the last full movie his I saw was Aristocrats, either Aristocrats or Insomnia. And it's weird because comedians are really good at playing like bad guys too. But I like the movie. I think it's really good. I mean, critics were very harsh on it. It got like 6.4 on IMDb, but critics were harsh on it, saying it was like a trying to be like a Northern Exposure type thing, and that it didn't really work. On Rotten Tomatoes, it got 30% by the critics, and then 30%, like 51% of the audiences liked it. I didn't know it played in theaters. I never heard of it before. Like I said, it's an independent. I think you might like it if you like that kind of humor, if you like Robin Williams, and you want to see something he did. Because I remember Robin Williams, I used to watch a lot of his stuff. I mean, it hadn't been the same in a long time. And it's a shame that he took his own life in 2014. I did a video about that, like I said. And I also wanted to review a short film called Pixels. And Howie Cat knows all his YouTube clips. He sent me some really good ones. And he sent me one for Pixels a while back, the short film. I saw it. I thought I should do a review of it. I didn't know where to place it, so I thought I'd do the review and put it in here now. And because it was the short film, I guess, was based on a movie they made, a big budget movie with Adam Sandler, which I wasn't a big fan of. The only thing I liked is when they interact with the video game. The video game stuff was cool, but the stuff with the people and stuff, not at all. I liked Peter Dinklage. His character was the way his look was fashioned after that guy who was good at Donkey Kong in that Fistful of Quarters Donkey Kong movie. I like that. But I mean, Pixels was a disappointment, but the short film was fantastic. It talks just about the alien invasion. Yeah, I mean, in 3 minutes, it does a better job than Pixels did in an hour and 40. I love the short film Pixels. It's really good. It's like 3 minutes long. It's short and to the point. It's really, really cool. And the credits and the ending credits are cool because it's like a video game too. So I give that a 10 out of 10. So I hope you like this review of both the Big White and the short film Pixels. So until next time, bye please. Take care, my legion.